Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Linda Wananchi today stormed Thika in style.
This is the happiest day of my life. This is the happiest day of my life. I've come to Thika, I've seen rallies. Lakini sijaona rally kama hii hapa Thika. Nimekuja hapa na Matiba, tumekuja hapa na Raila, tumekuja hapa na Mwite. Sijaona umati kama huu. Sasa kazi yetu ni kupeleka Kasongo nyumbani. Na mimi
tunaamini mkibadilisha uongozi wa nchi hii, 80% ya shida zetu zinaisha. Hiyo siku tu 80% of our problems will be resolved by you just voting the right people into office. Kwa sababu vile mmeambiwa hapa, kuna watu ambao wanaamka tu kazi yao ni kutafuta njia gani ingine tunaweza umiza wa Kenya.
And Irungu Kangata officially joined the Linda Wananchi brigades. And that move by Irungu Kangata, in my view, is significant politically speaking. Because there are few facts about Irungu Kangata which we cannot run away from. Number one, Irungu Kangata has always been on the winning side. You remember, Irungu Kangata was first elected as a councillor. He went to become the MP for Kiharu one term, then went to become the senator. He is currently the governor. Are we seeing Irungu Kangata as being the next deputy president or the president of the Republic of Kenya? So that's something we cannot run away from. And the other fact is that in Mount Kenya, DCP party is the dominant party. But Irungu Kangata decided to join Linda Wananchi. Why do you think Irungu did not join DCP, which is the dominant party? Because in even here, if you are to conduct an opinion poll about the most popular party in Mount Kenya, you will agree that Rigathi Gachagua has stamped his authority. And it would have made sense for Irungu Kangata to join Rigathi Gachagua, but he's not doing that. Why do you think he's not doing that? Let me give you a hint. Ndindi Nyoro is on his way to Linda Wananchi. Irungu Kangata is just paving way for him. And now I'm seeing the possibility of Edwin Sifuna becoming the presidential candidate deputized by Ndindi Nyoro. Probably we'll need to do further. Probably we'll need to dig further into that possibility. But some things make sense now for me. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to analyze why Irungu Kangata decided to join Linda Wananchi today in Thika.
kwa sababu huyu Kangata, we grew with him as a young man. So I am the one to introduce Kangata to this audience. Ya kwamba in Kangata we have a true leader for Kenya. Kangata oye! Kangata oye! Ososi oye! Babu oye! Sifuna oye! Kibagaindi oye! Na sisi sote oye! Kangata, karibu.
Wanasema ya kwamba ati ile kazi kubwa amefanya ni kutengeneza nyumba. Kuna mtu ana nyumba hapa? Kuna mtu ana nyumba ya serikali hapa? Kunaye? My view, hiyo pesa ya housing levy ipelekwa kwa masomo, mashule yote ya day school iwe free. Sindio? So far serikali imechukua 120 billion Kenya shilling kwa housing levy. Free day school education inataka only 40 billion. Watoto wote wasome bila malipo. Sindio? Ya tatu ni mambo inahusu healthcare. Sisi ambao tuko kwa county tuna struggle na refund ya SHA. Tungetaka serikali ilete pesa hizo tuweze kupatiana better healthcare kwa sisi sote Kenya.
Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think Irungu Kangata has finally decided that he's joining Linda Wananchi? Number one, I think it's about the ground politics. Mount Kenya has decided it is one term. In fact, I was asking myself a question. Will Irungu Kangata add value to Linda Wananchi? I was asking myself that question because Mount Kenya is already one term. Whether Irungu Kangata remained or rejoined. But of course, politics is about two things: perception, and it's also about the interest. And of course, we all know that in politics, there is the perception of value which Irungu Kangata is bringing. And clearly, Linda Wananchi have been trying to bring in credible leaders. So I'm persuaded that Irungu Kangata is bringing something. But the fact that he left DCP and came to Linda Wananchi, it tells you about the ground in Mount Kenya. Probably, he knows that DCP might be full. But if he remained with the two-term, his chances of re-elections are going to be very limited. Or probably, he knows that with the entry of Ndindi Nyoro in future, the equation is going to tilt in favor of Ndindi Nyoro and Linda Wananchi. But in short, he joined this movement because the ground is clearly one term. Number two, and this is something which I was trying to allude to up there, Ndindi Nyoro as the running mate. You see, politics is very interesting. I listened to Babu Owino's speech today. And Babu Owino indicated that, Rigathi Gachagua will join them. And there's something which Rigathi Gachagua has always tried to do. Rigathi Gachagua has always frustrated one man, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, in Mount Kenya. And I was waiting to see whether he was going to do the same to these people. He has not done that. He left them to proceed with their rallies as usual. But Ndindi Nyoro and Edwin Sifuna, in my view, is the ideal candidate to face William Ruto from the opposition. But that's not going to sit well with Rigathi Gachagua. Allow me to explain. If you look at Rigathi Gachagua's equation, Rigathi is banking on Kalonzo, but he wants to win Nairobi. Linda Wananchi are very clear. Sifuna likely to be the presidential candidate, with Ndindi Nyoro as his running mate. So they'll capture the Luya and they'll capture the mountain. Then in Nairobi, they're settling on Babu Owino.
Kumbuka vizuri sana, Rigathi Gachagua akikufa na Ruto usiku mchana. Nakumbuka nikiona kwenye runinga Rigathi akishikwa, hata inasemekana alikuwa anapatikana kwa nyumba yake akiwa amelala, ako na bibi yake, watoto wako kwa nyumba, anatolewa kwa nyumba na boxer. Mnakumbuka mkumbuki? Mnakumbuka mkumbuki? Kama Rigathi ndiye amefanyiwa hivi siku ya leo, wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nini hautatendewa? Kwa hivyo mimi nawaambia, ikifika 2027, the only hope for this nation is Linda Mwananchi. Na Linda Mwananchi itashikana na opposition. Manake lazima tuungane ndio tutoe nani? Asanteni sana. Wacha nichukue nafasi ya kipekee kwanza na maseneta.
I don't know how Rigathi will take this. So moving forward, we're likely to start seeing Rigathi Gachagua fighting Linda Wananchi. But the fact is, unless it's going to embrace Ndindi Nyoro and maybe persuade Ndindi Nyoro and now Irungu Kangata, because they can join Linda Wananchi. Linda Wananchi, as we speak, is not a party. Because I know, for example, someone like Richard Onyonka and Kibagendi will bolt out of Linda Wananchi. But as at now, it's not a political party. So Irungu and Ndindi will join Linda Wananchi, then shift to DCP, and then being made the running mate, so that they become DCP members, because they really cannot run now. Ndindi Nyoro will be the candidate. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. Number 3 is the 2027 political realignments. And they're taking shape very, very fast. You can't deny the fact that politicians and the political players are currently positioning themselves so that they don't lose out. Rigathi is alleged to have a list of aspirants. He has candidates already. For the governors, of course, in Kiambu already has a candidate there. Maybe Murang'i, he has a candidate. Even Nairobi has a candidate. And even today, I saw Nyakera Irungu joining Linda Wananchi. He was in DCP, but DCP has a candidate in Nairobi, so probably is trying to figure out what's best for him. So I'm looking at the political realignments. What suits people? Because by August, everything is going to start taking shape. I know for sure that there's a major player. Apart from Ndindi Nyoro, they're also expecting a major defector from the coastal region to join the team. Then they'll now move to coastal region. And of course, what the move by Irungu Kangata is also telling us is that Gachagua might not be very strong politically on the ground, but strong individually. So the mountain have embraced Rigathi, but they've not embraced his leadership. That's why when Pauline Njoroge conducted that opinion poll, it was clear that the majority of the Kikuyu preferred Fred Matiang'i, not Kalonzo, who is being pushed by Rigathi. So I think Irungu understands that as much as Rigathi is very popular, when it comes to leadership, the mountain really don't trust him. And therefore, making these kind of moves can make the mountain to trust someone like Irungu Kangata. And of course, I can also conclude that the united opposition have lost or are losing momentum in Mount Kenya. Because if they were not losing momentum in Mount Kenya, I can assure you there's no way someone like Irungu Kangata would have opted for Linda Wananchi and not the united opposition. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.